Hello everyone, I'm Ditta from Goodreads, and today I'm going to talk about The Mirror Road of Melody Black by Gavin Extons. And that is this beautiful book I have here. It's really pretty, nice hardcover edition. And if you're interested in this book, then keep watching because, I'm gonna talk about it. First off, I want to tell a little bit about how I went into this story. As you might know, I absolutely adored the first book by Gavin Extons. That is Universe vs. Alex Woods, and I absolutely love that book. And because of that, I had some high expectations for this book. And in some ways, this book was totally different from what I expected. Well, in other ways, it wasn't. And overall, I have to say that I was really happy with this book. And I'm going to tell a little bit more about why I was happy with this book. So this story is about our main character Abby, and to be honest, I first thought that it would be about Melody Black, that she would be the main character, but that was pretty stupid because if I had done a little research like read this tiny piece of text here, I had already known that Abby was her main character. But anyway, this book is about Abby, and it actually all starts when Abby finds her dead neighbor. And that's mostly all I want to tell about the story because I don't want to spoil too much. But what I do want to say is that Abby's life is going to spin out of control in some ways, and that it is very interesting. There are some big differences between the story about Alex Woods and this book. First of all, this book isn't a young adult novel. It's more of an adult or new adult. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's not young adult, it's more of an adult novel. And I do really enjoy reading about our main character, Abby. I think he's super interesting and fascinating, and I think he was quite funny sometimes, and I could just really, I really enjoyed reading about her, especially some of the crazy stuff she does. So that was really fun. And well, it was the same sort of with the book about Alex Woods, is that Gavin Extons does use some references to literature or science, and that was also in this book. And I just love it when there are references to science and literature in books because I know it makes it. I don't know. I think it's really fun. It makes it feel more, I don't know, real. Like there exists more beside this book. I don't know what it really is, but I do really enjoy that. So that was great. And what I also really think about Gavin Exton's books, and especially this one and both of them really, but I'm talking about this one now, is that they also contain somewhat heavier topics in this book, and I'm not going to tell too much about it, but it does have to do with mental health, and you know that is really um, a somewhat more heavy topic, but it doesn't really read like that. It does read really easily and light, but it sends a really good, it's a really good story, and it has a lot of things going on for it, and the message in the book, and also when you finish reading the book, and after you finish reading the book, there's also a little section in the end with the author telling about his personal experiences. And I think it is really great to have, more diverse characters, which I think Abby really is. And I think this book is super interesting, and it's not just interesting because that doesn't sound like much fun most of the time, but it also is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy reading it. I think our main character is pretty funny, and the story, it might be a bit, I don't know, it might be a bit sad sometimes for our character, but I always have problems with finding a word that doesn't sound like I enjoy characters having a rough time, but I do I do appreciate, our chapters going through a rough time and getting out stronger and everything. And that's what does happen also a bit in this book. It's about getting through a rough patch in life and, ups and downs, and it's really great. But it's a great book. I don't know. I should talk a little bit about what I really like. So I really enjoyed the writing style. I really enjoy Gavin Exton's writing, and I don't know. It's really pleasant, but I don't really know what's the cause of that. It's just something that when you read it, you feel it, and when I read it, I really felt that I enjoyed it. So that was going on. And our main character Abby, I really thought she was a colorful, character, and she felt very real, and I really felt for her. And yeah, I think that was pretty great. And also the other characters were pretty cool-ish. I don't know, it's a bit weird. I don't really feel a connection to other characters, but since the story where I'm not talking too much about, it might not be super weird. So I did like her main character a lot. It's she. If you don't like her when reading this book, you probably have a problem with liking this book. But I did really enjoy that, and the story itself, I think, was really strong and beautiful, and I really appreciated the story. So that was really nice, and I really have trouble not spoiling anything. So I think I'm going to stop talking too much about it, and I'm just going to conclude that I thought this was an amazing book, and I don't know what I rated it on Goodreads anymore, but I think it has been like a 4-star book or a 5-star book, at least 4 stars. I think I at least gave it 4 stars, maybe 5. I don't know, but it's pretty amazing. I really, really love this book. So I recommend you guys reading it because it's a bit more, it's good to read more diverse books, and this has to do with the character I think that you don't read the sort of character you don't read too much about. I suppose. At least I didn't read too much about it until I read this book. So, yeah. So I recommend this book, and I gave it 4 or 5, I don't know, stars. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm very happy with this book. So overall, I did really enjoy the book, and I still think Gavin Exons writes amazing books, and I hope there will be another great book in some near possible future. I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet if it's anything about known stuff. But I suppose that this was my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like this video or subscribe to my channel. Then there will be more of me, and that would be great, wouldn't it? Well, I hope you think that would be great because, yeah. So I hope you have a great day, enjoy life, and be happy. Goodbye!